I love you.
I know.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G.
Snoop Dogg.
You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
Welcome everybody to
I Love You.
I Know. This is the podcast from theprolongedengagement.com. Go to theprolongedengagement.com for all things prolonged engagement. That includes links to our social media and all of our podcasting services, as well as YouTube.
Ba 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 na na.
Yesterday was Super Bowl Sunday. We don't know who the hell won it because it's still going on at this moment in time.
We're not watching it.
We are watching it for the commercials. That's
Like-
the only reason I like watching.
Like the
'Cause
puppy.
I do not watch football throughout the regular season, and I don't really much care for it at the end.
Like the puppy monkey baby.
That is fear-inducing. If you haven't watched the Puppy Monkey Baby commercial from, what is that?
It's
Mountain Dew
Kickstarter.
It's fear-inducing.
It's their new flavor. I guess it's grape or something. Because it comes in a yellow can, so I don't know what flavor it is.
It's fear-inducing, is what it
But
is.
the puppy monkey baby is terrifying. Beyond all belief. Even though that's not what we're going to be talking about today.
Not at all.
Maybe
Okay,
next
so I warned everybody about this. I warned everybody that eventually we would come to a point where we're not playing a new video game because we can't get a new one every week, and there's no reason for me to get a new one every week.
Yeah.
Because I just don't like playing all that much. There's games that I want to play,
And that's it.
about it. I was playing the double XP weekend for Call of Duty Black Ops 3, but that's about it. Other than that...
So we could talk about that. Because that's a new game to them.
Well, it's an old game. It was out in November.
True.
Then again, so was
Fallout.
Fallout 4, but I'll talk about Fallout 4 for forever.
Well,
That never gets old.
I still haven't gotten to talk about my game yet.
Well, maybe you should have brought that up instead of me going on to ask you this question.
Okay.
So we all know that there is a Zelda that is coming out for the WiiU, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That is our hope, at least.
Oh, it is coming. I mean, I fully expect it to be where it's one of those NX titles, where it'll be like the Twilight Princess, to where it'll be on Wii U, but it will always also be on NX. You know?
Yeah.
Speaking of titles that were on the previous version and the new version, did you know that Twilight Princess is getting an up-res HD version on the Wii U?
We didn't finish Twilight Princess.
I know. This would be the perfect time to do so.
Yeah, it would. Since we kind of just like...
I don't know how far along we got in that thing with it before quitting.
We got
it on the Wii U, though.
Yes, we got it on the Wii.
The Wii. Sorry.
We had Twilight Princess on the Wii, but our problem with it was that we got stuck in the... Was it the ice caves?
We got stuck in some dungeon, right?
Yeah, I think it was either ice...
I'm sure I could do it now.
Oh, yeah.
If I went back to it.
But not back then, we couldn't.
But I was looking around, and GameSpot actually did a they did a side-by-side comparison of how the new HD version looks on the Wii U and how the GameCube version looked. Oh my God, it's like night and day.
Really?
I mean, the colors and
It's like a brand new game.
but the shading is a lot better.
That was a bitch.
The textures actually look like textures and not just like random everywhere.
Let me throw that on there.
And the lines are more you could actually see lines instead of like where there's sharp edges, whereas the Wii and the GameCube didn't. Because as far as graphical capabilities, the Wii didn't have anything over the GameCube.
I always thought the Wii was weaker than the GameCube.
That's an impossibility.
I know it is, but like some of the games that we played, I still think look better on the GameCube than they did on the Wii.
What do you mean?
Like Chibi Robo. Chibi Robo looks fantastic.
I don't think it does not look fantastic.
But like for the time period, it looked really good.
Yeah, well, that's because Nintendo went with that whole thing of, where they went the non-realistic route.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone else in that timeline was trying to go realistic.
But I think it worked for Nintendo to go unrealistic over realistic.
Well, yeah, that's where they made their bread and butter.
Yeah. So go ahead. I'm sorry, I got us off on a tangent.
But so they also marked up a few changes to the HD version of Twilight Princess, including a map in your inventory that you can pull up
thank
on
you,
the
God.
on the gamepad.
You know how much better that is?
That is the only thing that gamepad is good for.
Well, it's no. Yes,
That's it.
but no.
That's it. And that's the only reason that they should use that gamepad.
It's really good when no, it's really good for a map that you can look at in your inventory.
Yep. It's good for your inventory and your map.
Yeah.
That's about it.
But it works.
Oh, well, with the Wind Waker HD, it works perfectly.
It's a wonderful companion.
I do like how you can drag the you can drag an item to one of your buttons.
I
Really
can
quickly.
drag it immediately when I need it.
Yeah, instead of having to stop and then that's what works out great with it.
Oh yeah.
And then the nice thing about having the map there all the time is really great.
Oh yeah.
But it also has it to where you can hit start. And
Yeah.
Still do it. You can even play on the gamepad.
You can, if you wanted to do something. Pikmin.
What about Pikmin?
It works for Pikmin.
Yeah, because you can.
Because you have the map down there.
You have the map down on the gamepad.
And so then I can tell them to do what I need to.
Well, you can also go. You can actually traverse the map on gamepad, right?
The gamepad, yeah. I can look at the map and work it. So I'm sorry, I keep getting us off on tangents, and I know we have that time restraint still.
We have no time restraint.
We don't?
No.
You fixed it?
Yes.
Oh, you are amazing.
No one will ever know. No one will ever know our time restraints anymore. That's just how it is.
Yeah, that last video, we're really sorry, guys. We were trying to fix some kinks. My nose. Okay, go ahead, babe.
Anyway, so are you ready to go on the news?
Oh, we're on the news already? Okay, yes.
What more about the Twilight Princess did you want to talk about?
Nothing.
There's literally
because I don't remember it.
There's no release dates.
Oh, there's nothing on that.
No, I'm just saying that
that they're doing it.
I was just telling you that they're doing it.
Okay.
And that GameSpot did a thing on it.
Oh, okay.
It looks great. And
yeah.
I think that we'll get it at some point.
Just like how we're supposed to get a new Metroid game and a new Animal Crossing game.
We're never going to get a new Metroid game. I mean, I wish we would. Okay, we got out with a damn new Star Fox game that looks like shit.
Yeah.
But I won't even go into that. That game looks like it was on the GameCube.
Yes.
I mean, that just...
It looks exactly like it did for that game that... God, I can't remember it now.
Assault. Star Fox Assault.
Yes.
Which I thought was pretty good.
It is good, and it's actually good for multiplayer.
Yeah, multiplayer.
Because I whooped your ass.
Because it mixes the attack, the tank thing, and an R-wing, and it's also field, as well. And the maps are really, really big too.
Oh yeah.
Which kind of defeats the purpose. I mean, it's good for when you're in the R-wing.
Yeah, it's great for when you're in the R-wing. It's great when you're in the tank, but it's horrible when you're on foot.
Yeah, because you're not.
And if you don't get the tank or the foot, or tank or the R-wing, you will die.
Yeah, especially if I get the R-wing, because oh man.
Except for when I get the tank.
Flight games and me. You know how.
And I do really well with the tank.
On to the news segment. Brought to you today by theprolongedengagement.com.
Because we have no sponsors.
Everything that you see here today and for the rest of forever will be brought to you by theprolongedengagement.com until we get sponsored. That would be cool if we had a sponsor.
That would be really nice.
You know what? I think that we should get Dr. Pepper as a sponsor.
Well, you drink it all the time.
That's what I'm saying. So we
I cannot say how many times you've had a glass of Diet Dr. Pepper.
So we could say This segment brought to you by Dr. Pepper, and then but their sponsorship would be purely filling my fridge with Diet Dr. Pepper.
Literally, you'd end up buying a
Tom and
second
Dan
fridge. I know.
Tom and Dan have a fridge, and it is full of Lagunitas beer because they
Do you
have
wanna-
Lagunitas as a sponsor.
Okay,
I'm telling you, it's just how it is.
I know. Alfie.
Is she licking your feet?
Yes. Oh my god.
All right, so an 8-year-old walks into a King Foods and Meat Bazaar in West Palm Beach, Florida, on Wednesday evening,
Shit.
wearing a bike helmet and baggy clothing. He was wearing a motorcycle helmet, and he was wearing a sweater over his mouth, a store clerk told WFTV. He was only showing his eyes. Then the boy pulled a gun from his sweater and pointed it at the cashier while demanding money, according to WPTV. Looks like the 8-year-old had stolen his mother's gun from her purse and went to rob a convenience store.
Did they explain for the motive?
No motive. Just kid wanted to do it. So supposedly the gun was loaded, but there was no bullet in the trigger. And the boy's mother told the station that her son had told her that he was just going to the park. But she said that she had grabbed her purse and noticed that it was light, so she knew that something was missing. And she said, "Where's my gun?" The first thing that she thought was that she hoped that her son did not have it. Police took the boy into custody. Investigators told CBS Miami the boy was being given a mental evaluation after he made comments about hurting himself. And boy's taken into custody, but no charges were made. So there you go.
Okay.
Welcome to Florida.
I really hope they have a very good psychologist on that case. This is actually coming from what I do what I'm being trained to do at school. He obviously has a conduct disorder of something. I wonder if he has a past problems. Probably he might not have conduct disorder. He may have just for some reason thought that was a good idea. But dear Lord, please, somebody who is smart, lock the kid up.
Well, when an 8-year-old steals a gun out of his mom's purse,
Steals a gun, hides his face, and goes to the convenience store to steal from it. You have planning.
The kid's 8.
And he's 8. He's planned it. He knows it's wrong because he hit his face. Did he have a plan to get away?
Don't know.
He got caught before?
Yeah, he got caught. The clerk grabbed him and pulled the sweater and took him down. He's 8.
Yeah, true.
What does he weigh? Like 100 pounds? I mean, seriously.
Maybe. But yeah, honestly, someone please, psyche valve, figure out what is wrong with this kid.
8 years old. That's like 2nd grade, right?
Yeah.
2nd grade.
A 2nd grader. Still be scary because he has a gun.
Well, yeah, because you just don't know what he's going to do with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
seriously.
even scarier because you don't know he's a child. He could shoot you.
I don't know.
So, but welcome to Florida.
Second story. So, this is kind of weird, but I'll get to why it was interesting. So,
okay.
a fearless Australian poses with a massive coconut crab, and I'll show you the picture right here.
And were you? Holy mother! Oh.
Look at that thing.
Please tell me that they ate it.
No.
Or
No, they are gentle creatures.
They're gentle. Those are gentle. Those can't be gentle. That's
Yeah,
huge.
they're very very slow, but they crawl into they climb up trees. This man was on Christmas Island in the Indian Ocean late last month, where he fell upon this cluster of mighty coconut crabs.
Nope.
And
Nope.
And so he said that they look scary, but they're actually gentle giants. To be nipped by one, you'd have to be pretty slow, is what he says. Anyway, he said that they live up to be about 7 years old, and they can grow up to 3 feet long from leg to leg.
Oh my god.
That is insane. The guy said that the one that he picked up probably was around 11 pounds. So that heavy. That's just
No.
But even though
It's still a crab.
Even though that's pretty, it's a creepy looking crab. The big thing about the coconut crabs, the big conspiracy theory behind the coconut crabs is that actually they've been blamed for carrying off the remains of legendary pilot Amelia Earhart after she vanished during the round the world flight in 1937. So they say that she crashed somewhere in the area, and that coconut crabs actually
We're the ones that did her in.
ones that did her in. That's why she can't be found. Dun dun dun.
Nope.
Anyway, I thought that'd be interesting.
It is interesting. I just don't know why you would grab a creature that big.
He felt like it.
No, I don't care.
Los Angeles, February 4th.
Oh, L.A. Okay.
L.A. So, it's a pier restaurant. It's out on a pier. People come in.
Probably very romantic.
The workers. It is a very romantic place. They serve very rarefied dishes at this place, such as a ginger kalbi,
What's that?
lacquered tofu, and ahi tuna and foi rizzoni.
I have no idea what any of those are.
That is.
Except for ahi tuna. I recognize that one.
Yeah. So, it's a white tablecloth restaurant.
Yeah.
And as these people are coming in to get it ready for the day, they look in one of the booths in the restaurant, and they find a tiny little sea lion pup who had made its way into the restaurant and had gotten himself up on one of the booths and took a nap. So there he is, right there in the booth there. So it looks like he was famished and just tired and things. So SeaWorld San Diego came and got him.
Yay! So was the pup abandoned by his mother, or?
I'm not sure. They don't say anything about it. But the people from SeaWorld said that he was very lethargic. He was about 8 months old, and he weighed only 20 pounds. That's less than half the normal size for his age. But SeaWorld staff are guardedly optimistic, and they believe that they can nurse it back to health and return the animal to the wild.
Oh, yay!
So
I'm sorry. I'm very, because when I worked at SeaWorld, we did have pups that were born. And they were the cutest things in the world. They're very, very cute little animals. And their bark, it sounds like Elfie's bark.
Yeah.
So it's just, it melts your heart.
I love sea lions.
I love
they're
sea
the
lions.
cutest thing in the world. Anyway, so last story of the day. So, the Economic Development Minister of New Zealand, his name is Stephen Joyce. He was giving a press conference about the Trans-Pacific Partnership.
Okay.
Now, the Trans-Pacific Partnership is an agreement. It's a deal that is being hailed as the biggest multinational trade deal ever.
Yeah.
And it aims to strengthen economic ties and foster trade between the U.S., Japan, Malaysia, Vietnam, Singapore, Brunei, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Mexico, Chile, and Peru.
Okay.
Okay. But critics fear that it would move jobs to developing countries and empower multinational corporations to challenge key domestic regulations.
Okay.
So, as this man, this Stephen Joyce was having his was having a press conference, he got a pink dildo to the face.
Well, that's an interesting thing to throw.
With the person shouting, "That's for raping our sovereignty," as she is escorted away. So this is him getting a pink dildo to the face. So at first he seems kind of like, oh my God, what just hit me in the face? And then he looks down and he's like, oh, it's a pink dildo. We're okay here. But I just thought that was interesting.
That is interesting. Of all the things to throw, a pink dildo.
But I thought that it was funny, a pink dildo, because she goes, "Thanks for raping our sovereignty."
Yeah.
But that's a very big thing in New Zealand, though, because they are, and they believe that the jobs that have been in New Zealand
need to stay in
New Zealand, and that's what they believe that may happen, to where they'll sit there and they'll just start shipping jobs everywhere, just because.
Because of I understand that.
So. All right, that leads us to topic of the show.
All right, so I told Kyle about this the other day, but I saw a article off Facebook about a nerd who was complaining about the Big Bang Theory, saying that it improperly, what is the word? Improperly, son of a bitch. What's the word I'm looking for, babe?
It doesn't properly show nerd culture.
Yeah, it doesn't show nerd culture properly. It doesn't represent nerd culture. That's the word I was looking for. Which was really funny because he actually showed a clip from the show where Howard was listing off a bunch of different shows. Like Thundercats, Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad. I don't remember the rest because there was like 15 that he said, one right after the other. And so he paused the clip and he looks at the screen and goes, "That's not funny. You listed off a bunch of shows. How is that funny?" And let it play, and then there's a laugh track. And everyone else is laughing, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's this." And they made another joke, how joke about using a show name that was supposed to represent all of these like 15 different shows in one.
Okay.
And apparently that was a joke.
All right.
And so he was upset that they were saying how all nerds do to be funny is say shows.
Okay, well that's obviously not what they were going for one.
Yeah.
And two, you're still watching the show.
You're still supporting it.
You're still supporting the show.
So congrats, dude.
And by you taking a piece of the show and showing it and saying stuff and bringing attention to the Big Bang Theory, what are you doing? You're continuing to make the Big Bang Theory the #1 comedy in America.
Mm-hmm.
On the #1 watched network in America.
Yep.
So what are you doing? That's my thing.
He's still helping the show.
You're still helping. Nothing that you have done is hurting that show. And nothing that you're ever going to say is going to change that.
Yeah. I find it really funny that like certain groups will say shit and be like, oh, this thing did not represent us properly. Yeah, no shit. It wasn't meant for you.
It's not supposed to represent you properly. Big Bang Theory was not created in order to represent nerd culture.
No.
That's not what it was created for. It was created for as a sitcom.
To entertain people.
Okay, so does King of Queens represent all UPS drivers in the New York area?
I don't know. I've never seen the show.
Well, I'll tell you, it doesn't. I'm sure it doesn't. I'm sure that there are UPS drivers that don't look like Kevin James and don't have super hot wives.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's a damn TV show.
I don't think all politicians are bloodthirsty and evil.
And seriously,
hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. I don't believe that
House of Cards.
I don't believe that all of our politicians, spoiler alert, kill people. I just, I like watching the show. And so here's the other thing, too, is that if The Big Bang Theory actually did represent nerd culture correctly, I promise you it would not be the #1 comedy in the United States.
No, it wouldn't, because nerds are boring. I love nerds. I'm a nerd. I'm boring.
There's a freaking show.
I'm gonna be honest.
There's a show on TBS that I saw. I don't know if it's still on or whatever. It was called King of the Nerds, right?
Yeah, it's not on anymore.
Yeah, it's not on
They
anymore.
had 3 seasons, as far as I know, and I think it ended up getting off.
It was like a cool enough show.
It was real. I liked it, actually. I want to be on it.
Yeah, I liked it, but that's because they weren't being. It was nerds put into these where they had to battle against each other.
It was like Survivor, but for nerds.
And so that worked because it was a show based upon that. It wasn't showing their life, like how they go to
the fabric store to buy stuff for their cosplay for MegaCon,
or the guy that goes to his job at Caltech and is working on the new thing, a new robotic arm to go onto the space shuttle. Yeah, they do show that in The Big Bang Theory, and they show that like Wolowitz is working on stuff like that, or that he's going into space, or that Sheldon's working on this new theoretical physics crap, or or whatever Kuthar-Polly is doing. But they're only showing that to say like, hey,
they live normal lives.
They live normal lives. But they're not showing it as in like Wolowitz's shit is not going on the space shuttle.
Yeah.
Especially since the space shuttle doesn't exist. It's not going into the ISS.
Yeah.
All the stuff that you see Sheldon do is not real.
Yeah.
It's been put on there, and I'm sure that if you had a real theoretical physicist look at this shit, he'd be like, "What is that? What are you doing?"
One thing I did read about it because I got interested.
There's only one real like smarty smart person on there, and that's Mayim Bialik, because she's an actual like. I think she's an actual microbiologist or some shit.
Yeah.
She actually has a degree in it.
One of the things I found actually really funny was that I guess
Mayim Bialik is Amy for all of you.
Yeah. The one that I thought was funny was somebody said apparently that Sheldon had a equation up. Mm-hmm. Okay. Warning, guys, I don't know anything about physics or anything.
Neither do I.
I'm a forensic psychologist. I don't understand physics very well. One of the things was that apparently one of the equations he had up, that if you are a theoretical physicist, was an inside joke.
Yeah.
And so they watching it will be like, hey, that's really funny.
Yeah.
I think that's cute.
There's also shit on there that I get
that you get that goes straight over my head.
And it has to do with like engineering and computer science stuff.
Yeah. There was one that I love, an episode when Amy was dating Leonard early on.
Yeah. And
they're using behavioral conditioning techniques to condition Penny. Mm-hmm. Did I say Amy before? I meant to say Penny.
I don't remember. Anyway.
To condition Penny, or Sheldon was conditioning Penny to do things that Sheldon wanted. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was the funniest thing in the whole world.
Yeah, he was getting Penny to to have her voice go lower.
Have her voice go lower, to leave when she answers a call, to stay quiet during a movie, and he was using chocolates.
Yeah.
And so for me, that was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
I couldn't handle it. But for you, I don't think you got it on the same level as I did, right?
That just wasn't my thing.
Yeah. So it wasn't as funny for you as it was for me. Because I still think it's great to this day.
I still love the episode where he goes to the electronics store to get Leonard a new router, and he ends up like staying there and answering everyone's questions and like trying to do returns on the computer. And it's like, sir, you have to leave. And he goes, I'm here to help these people. Like, people come up to him and say like, oh, do I need this? Oh, this is an N router. It's like, you shouldn't be getting one of these, like shit like that. But see, like, and then when the guy comes up to him and says, what kind of computer do you have? And please don't say a white one. I just feel that this is right.
That's your problem.
It's right here. But this is what I keep saying about TV shows and video games and movies and stuff. If you don't like it, if you don't
watch it.
If you don't want to, if you don't want those companies to succeed, or that developer to make that video game, that production company to make that movie, if you don't want that to happen, you can't just get on Facebook and say, hey, I'm complaining because this offends me. None of that is going to work.
This is something that I was actually going to bring up, and I just remembered it. The Deadpool movie. And how a bunch of parents are having itty-bitty baby fits because I can't take my kid to go see Deadpool. And I want to take him to go see Deadpool because I like Deadpool. No, you're not taking your damn kid to see Deadpool. It's rated R. Because guess what? It wasn't made for your child. It was made for people like me who like Deadpool and want to see a real Deadpool movie.
It was made for adults.
Yes.
And no amount of petitions that you put out, or like people bitching and complaining on Facebook is going to change that.
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds said it best, actually.
What?
He told them all fuck off.
Yeah.
He because Deadpool, because of its nature, got banned in China. For a variety of reasons, actually. And his quote was, in a world where one man must like go see the day, Deadpool, a movie we'll never fucking see. Unfortunately, yeah. People have to understand that Deadpool and stuff like that, things that are supposed to be adult, need to be adult. Things need to be adult. Things need to be for children. Right?
What the hell are you getting at?
No, it just drives me insane that there was honestly, I saw 2 petitions today alone on Facebook. Make Deadpool for kids. Censor Deadpool to make it for children, and I just lost it. I was like,
the whole point is with Deadpool, it comes down to that's the way that it's supposed to be, and it's not going to conform to your standards because you want it that way.
And the other one I saw,
the same way that the Big Bang Theory is not going to conform to your standards the way that you want it to be. It is the way that is going to be. There are writers, there are actors, there are producers, there are directors. And guess what? Those movies and those TV shows are what the producers and the writers and the directors want them to be.
Yeah.
And that's what you're going to get. If you don't want the damn Deadpool movie,
would you like the other thing that I saw?
What you do instead of bitching and moaning on Facebook, you fucking don't watch it.
Exactly.
Don't go to the movie theater. Don't put your money into it, because guess what? The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, I thought was a fucking fantastic movie. I thought it was a great movie.
That was a great movie.
It flopped.
Horribly. Because no one wanted to go see it.
And so guess what? Did they make another League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
No.
Hell no.
Which made me sad. I'm still sad about that.
Because the companies that make the movies, that make the TV shows, if people don't watch, if people don't put their money into it, then they don't make more of them.
No, the other thing I was going to say is because
It's
one of the
same
petitions...
with Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty. If you didn't like Assassin's Creed Unity, don't buy Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
You didn't.
If you didn't like, and I didn't, and and lots of people have been saying, oh, it's better than Unity. Fuck it. I'm not going to buy a Syndicate because guess what? I'm going to tell Ubisoft, I'm sitting there going, I'm going to have the testicular fortitude to shove it up your ass and not give you any more money because I don't want your shit anymore.
Because the one of the ones I saw for Deadpool, it actually said the reason they want to censor it is, I want you to guess.
Sex?
Nope.
Violence?
Well,
what was the reason?
It's not Christian enough.
Well, those people need to burn in hell.
Because apparently his cursing and his violence and all that blood is causing problems with the Jesus believers, and that's why they need to censor it so that it can be seen by children again. Because it's a superhero movie.
It's not a superhero movie.
Deadpool's not a superhero.
Deadpool's not a superhero. He's an anti-hero.
Mm-hmm. He does what he wants on his time.
And like I keep saying, if you want something changed, you have to do it with your wallet. Money. That's the only way you're going to change anything.
Really, it is.
You either boycott it and don't put your money into it, or you pay for something to go otherwise.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Excuse me. If those parents want a Deadpool movie that everyone can see, then why don't they put their fucking money towards it and they make a kid-friendly Deadpool movie? And I'll tell you what.
It will flop.
It'll flop because Deadpool isn't a kid's movie.
He isn't a kid's character.
He's not a kid character. He's about sex and violence and blood.
And getting paid.
And getting paid. And that's it.
And a lot more sex.
The Big Bang Theory is
and
not
boobies.
going to. The Big Bang Theory is not going to reflect nerd culture because that's not what has made them the #1 comedy in America.
Nope.
You're not going to have people change if they don't have any reason to do it.
Nope.
So
and people just need to get off your high horse
and get over it.
Yeah.
If you don't want the Deadpool movie, don't go see it. If you're mad about what the Big Bang Theory is doing to your nerd culture, go to Comic-Con and get yourself jerked off, okay?
By all the other nerds.
That is what that's what you signify as your nerd culture. So go do that.
Please.
Don't expect everyone else to wrap
conform
themselves
to your
around
idea.
And conform to whatever you feel that's there.
Yeah.
Because guess what? A lot of people think that nerds sit in their
basements all day and
in their mother's basements and they play PlayStation or Xbox.
Or
and
WoW.
They sit there and go, I didn't get up to my prestige in Call of Duty today. Where's my Twinkies? It's like no.
That's honestly what they think about nerds. Honestly.
There's a lot of people that think that.
Oh, I know they do.
But guess what? And there's a lot of people that think that think that nerds are these, higher echelon people that work at Caltech.
Yep.
So your niche that you lock into, your culture that you lock into is yours.
Yeah.
That's why it's your culture.
Yep.
It's not anyone else's.
Nope.
And if you want to show
your pride,
your culture, your nerd culture in a TV show, why don't you make a damn YouTube channel?
Yeah.
And put on your own nerd shit. We will do that for you. We'll take care of your shit.
You know what? If you really want your nerd shit taken care of, come watch our show. Because I think we're as nerdy as you can.
No, we're not as nerdy as you can get.
No, honestly, no, we're not at all.
At any rate. Well, everybody, this was episode 3 of I Love You.
I know.
This is the podcast from theprolongedengagement.com. Go to theprolongedengagement.com for all links to our social media, as well as YouTube and all of our podcasting services. That's iTunes, Stitcher, Player FM, Pocket Casts. There's a bunch of them. If you just go to theprolongedengagement.com,
there really
you'll get
is.
links to everything. And yeah,
we'll see you next week.
Like that. And we will. We will see you next Monday at noon.
Bye.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G.
Snoop Dogg.
You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.